y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 147. We're sneaking there.
Getting to that 150.
Getting to that 150, and then we got to get to 156 to be 3 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Something
Holy
like
cow.
that.
3
Can you
years
believe
old.
it?
No.
Right? About to be my birthday.
Hey.
It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. We love you guys and we appreciate you guys tuning in every week and talking to your boys for a minute. Let's see, Router.
Oh.
You're sounding better and better every week.
I know, man. The drugs are kicking in.
I saw a shirt the other day that said, everybody had those say no to drugs or say no to drugs.
Yep.
And this shirt said, say perhaps to drugs.
Nice. In my case, absolutely.
Yeah, you're saying bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on. No, I've been feeling really good. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday I go in for my CAT scan just to check my nose for all the polyps and everything, and then probably.
Yeah, if you weren't here last week, Router talked about getting on steroids and.
Yeah, I'm all roided up right now.
Oh, great! This is how The Last of Us begins.
That's right.
That's right.
Taking care of polyps. That's right. A little bit of the backstory that they forgot to mention, but that's definitely how The Last of Us started.
They really wrote that game about me. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it works its way to the brain after the nose.
Exactly. But yeah, man, I'm feeling better. Can smell again, which is great and bad at the same time. But it's fantastic. Right now, the steroids done. I've gone through that whole course and just doing an antibiotic now until next week. Yeah, man, things are good. Did you guys have a good 4th besides the fact that it poured rain all day?
Oh my gosh.
It was insane.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, my 4th was a little bit of a joke, but
nice. We had we were just having, Lauren's parents over and just a few other people, stragglers coming in, and we set up like our little tent in the back. We had to have a bouncy castle for the kids, and like everyone comes at around 4:00 and boom, just poured. I was out with an umbrella finishing the grill because it was raining so hard, and like the hamburgers and hot dogs are all wet, and it's just like
my god,
this sucks. I still cooked them perfectly though. I'm on a hamburger roll right now. It's been great. Like I've been grilling like a beast, and it's been awesome. But
that's funny.
Yeah, it was just really really rainy, and so we all just hung out and did whatever, and then so they postponed the Franklin fireworks till Sunday night, and so we watched them then. Yep. And we had a good time, man. It was nice and relaxed. It was nice.
And were they a joke? I feel like they weren't as good as they've been in the past.
They were a bit of a joke, I think. They were just like, yeah, okay, great.
We went down there too, and we were like, we got there like right on time. We parked over at Toby's house because Toby lives right there.
Oh, perfect.
We like watched a little bit from right by his house, and we were like, oh, let's walk over there to get a better angle. We walk over to the factory so Amara can see a little bit better. And then the finale.
Yeah.
We were like, what?
It was I think it was a total of 18 minutes or something like that.
No way it was that long.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It felt way shorter than
it did feel a little bit
8
shorter.
minutes. Yeah. It was so quick. Oh my gosh.
I know. It was weird. But I'm like, for all the money that Franklin has, you'd think they'd kind of splurge a little.
You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
He gave us brick sidewalks.
Yeah, right. With people's names
some
on
fireworks up in this piece. Yeah. Golly.
So, so 4th was good. And what else? Man, I am boring.
Witcher?
Yes, Witcher. Crushing it right now. Level 28.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
And I am now collecting Witcher gear everywhere with the treasure hunts.
Nice.
So I'm almost done with most of it.
I've not done one of the.
I didn't either until like 2 days ago. I'm like, I should really do it. I mean, I've been finding stuff, and like the swords and the armor that I have has been great, but this Witcher stuff is like the Witcher gear that you get it's all upgradable once you get it and craft it, and it's supposed to be really great. So I'm gonna I've just been going around and doing all these little treasure hunts here and there. I think I'm
Nice.
getting close to the end of the main story, but I got to figure out where I can see how many hours I've clocked in this, because it has
It's
has
definitely
to be,
a bunch.
it has to surpass my almost 90 hours of Skyrim by now, easily.
Oh my gosh, already?
Easily. Yeah. I mean, I've been at this since May. When did it come out? 19th? Yeah. I have been at this since May 19th. So
Wow,
we're coming up on
I didn't realize
2
it was
months.
that long ago.
Yeah.
that it came
We're coming
out.
up on 2 months that I've been playing this game.
That's awesome.
And it's just great. I love it. There's always something to do. And it just keeps me like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh my God, I cannot wait to play this game. And I love when
There you go.
I just love when games do that. You
That's
get
the
excited.
best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Like, so why would I like rush to try and finish this when I'm having so much fun with it? So
Yeah, and there's not really a whole lot coming out soon. Everything's kind of coming out in the holidays.
yeah, exactly. I'm just kind of sitting here waiting with all these gift cards, waiting to just splurge. And I just haven't. I'm fine. You know what? I'm gamer content right now. So I've got my Witcher 3. I'm good to go, and I've got my Hearthstone, and I'm good to go. And
There you go.
Hearthstone's still crushing it.
You guys do the tavern brawls yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've done a few of them.
Yeah, I tried them
Hey,
out.
they're
It's going to be
pretty fun.
something new every week, right?
I think so. Yeah, there's like a
So it
different,
seems like so
different
far.
theme every week,
Mm-hmm.
which is it's just so much fun. That game is just great, and I got the best ranked level this past month that I ever had. I think I got like almost 17. I was at 18 and 2 stars or something like that, and so got some good loot out of it. And I haven't done any of the arena stuff. I've just been, once I get to 100, I buy another card pack. Get to 100, buy another card pack, and then start disenchanting any of the cards that I'm not using, just to keep going.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been fun, man. That's me. I'm boring.
Is that the better way? Is to just buy packs instead of like doing the arena and
That's
stuff?
what I switched to, because I was doing the arena, and you would get like a pack and then maybe 40 gold, but you can get that with the quests.
Yeah.
With the daily quests, you can get to 100 really quick.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been saving up and doing the single player, because you get some baller cards out of the single player.
That's
You do.
my
And you
next
at least
thing.
know what you're getting.
But
Yep.
you have to buy that though, don't you?
No, you can buy it with in-game coins.
It's like 700
It's just
coin.
it's 700 coin.
Oh,
yeah.
maybe I
It's
should
a
try
lot.
that next.
Yeah.
You should.
That's what I'm
that's
saving
what I
up
did
for.
this last week.
Because the
Okay.
packs I've been buying are terrible.
Yeah,
Exactly.
all my packs are horrible. But the mass disenchant thing is great, because the game kind of does it for you. It's like, hey, here are all the cards that you don't need, and we'll just
Mhm.
disenchant. So I got like 300. I crafted another hunter card, which was really great. But I want that legendary, man. I need to get some legendary cards up in here. But
Yep.
that
Apparently you
game's
can get
fun.
that with the single player missions. So like some of the
Okay,
legendary
good.
cards I've been wanting that everybody
in there.
seems to have
They're in there.
are in
Mhm.
that. And everybody
Nice.
probably has them because you get them in the single player thing.
There you go.
Nice. That's it for me.
Nice.
Boring.
Paul.
Speaking of Hearthstone,
give it to us.
real quick. I just wanted to mention the arena stuff. I went back and figured out like how far I had gotten. I think it was like 15. They said like best arena key. Mine was 15. And I
What?
remember doing that, and I think I got 2 packs and like 40 gold.
That's
So
it.
it is totally not worth it, Gabe.
Yeah. Skip that.
Yeah,
2 packs and 40 gold
Two
for
pack-
19 wins?
15.
15 wins.
15 wins?
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah. Oh, forget
Pretty
it.
lame.
That's like uber lame.
I mean,
That's
that's
really
at
lame.
least like 3 hours of play.
Seriously.
Jeez
So
Louise.
I don't know. We had Finnegan's birthday over the weekend.
Oh, yes, that's
Family
right.
and friends in town, and we got started at.
Did they come in town for his birthday?
No, they came in town for July 4th because
That would have been
Oh.
awesome, though.
Nashville's July 4th
I know, that was like
the
a yearly
biggest
thing.
fireworks show this year in the country,
It was. Yes, we did it.
That's what I heard.
That's awesome.
and
the-
we were there for it.
I saw your video. How was it?
It was pretty awesome, man. So here's the thing. I was kind of thinking we would have to get down there a little bit earlier, which it might have been a better idea, but we were able to get all the way on the river with no problem.
Oh, good.
So we got down to the river, and like that probably was not an enjoyable experience for anyone, because you were down there like right where all the smoke was, so you could barely see anything.
Right.
Ugh.
So if you went up to like 2nd or 3rd Avenue, you could see everything pretty clearly, but you could only see about half the show because of all the skyscrapers in the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was basically, it looked like it was basically a mirrored show on both sides, but it was huge.
Mm.
And the finale video I posted I don't think it was actually the finale. So
Nice.
basically, they just had it going crazy the entire time.
That's
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, I think the show ended up being about an hour. Not
What?
sure.
An hour?
An
Yeah.
hour
Come on.
long?
Yep.
Wow.
Paul, you sure it wasn't 20 minutes?
No,
And it just felt long?
when we showed up, I think it had been going for, like, when we actually got parked, it had been going for about 3 or 4 minutes, I think. And we walked down there and was basically watching it the whole time. We walked down Church Street, and then I think it ended at, I want to say it started at 9:30 and it ended at 10:30. I mean, an hour is pretty standard if you guys have been to any of these big ones. So,
Yeah.
I've never been to, I've been to Nashville a couple times, and then I actually was in Washington, D.C., surprisingly enough, for one 4th of July. And I was like, this is about to be the best 4th of July ever, like over the White House. That junk was lame. I was like, wait. I'm in the nation's capital.
Nation's capital.
Like, if anywhere,
Birthplace.
this should be where it goes down.
Exactly.
You'd think
But
so.
it didn't. You would think
That's
so.
odd.
You're right. You would think so.
My
And
dad,
I did think so.
well, my dad used to live in Indianapolis, and we went to that one time, and it
Yeah.
was pretty amazing. I was like, wow, this is impressive. For like, I mean, it's Indianapolis. I guess apparently they're in the top 5 every now and then. I'm not sure.
Yeah, some of these smaller markets like will surprise you.
Yeah. I think Nashville
You know what I
was
mean?
going
Like,
for
Nashville
the
is
biggest one this year, just to say like, hey, we're an it city now.
We're here.
But we're considered small market. You know what I mean? That's what's so.
I know. It's
funny.
Oh,
weird.
Nashville's tiny.
Yeah, even though we're freaking getting crammed, but
It's getting a little cramped. Yeah.
Packed in like
Yeah.
sardines, baby.
Oh, you should
Yeah,
go downtown
seriously.
sometime. They're building condos everywhere.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
it feels like Japan. Like it was like, well, we can go up.
Yep. And that's exactly what they're doing.
We can't go out anymore, but we
I
can go
mean,
up.
they can go up. I mean, our like skyscrapers here are like basically not even skyscrapers.
No, they
They're
need
like
to go
house
ahead and
scrapers.
go a little bit more. Exactly. They start chopping off the top floor and keep going. Oh my gosh.
Fun stuff.
That's hilarious. What are you playing?
I put down Hearthstone this weekend so I could beat Borderlands.
Nice.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
And you did it?
Yes, I think I had a couple hours left, and then I went ahead and started doing Vault Hunter mode.
Nice.
So the pre-sequel's ending was, it was okay. It kind of set. The thing that's weird about it is that the beginning of the pre-sequel, they start out assuming that you played 2. Because
Oh, got you.
So
Gotcha.
they're showing you stuff from after 2, but then
Interesting.
yeah, and then they're telling a story that was before 2, and then at the end of the pre-sequel, I don't think this is really spoilery, but they kind of set it up for 3. So
Mm.
anybody that has played the pre-sequel knows something is coming.
Oh, interesting.
They
So-
did say they were going to work on a 3, though, didn't they?
Well, it's been like up and down. Like some people will be like, "Oh no, 3, they're doing whatever they're doing, but we don't know anything about 3." After you play this game, yeah, you know that 3's coming.
Mm.
It's pretty clear.
That's cool.
It's a good game though. I mean, I fully recommend it because the 60 frames a second makes such a huge difference with that game. Like in terms of accuracy and kind of movement and stuff. Because on PlayStation 3, I played Borderlands 2 and it was running at like 25 frames, maybe. It was just kind of, it was lackluster.
Mm.
And I mean, if you go back to, so we were playing that game like right at the beginning of this podcast, like when we started doing this podcast.
Yeah.
And I was
Mhm.
complaining about it then. I was just like, when you start chugging, man, the frame rate is dropping, and this
Erp,
game
eep,
didn't
erp.
didn't really suffer a lot of that. So it stayed a pretty constant 60, and it looks great. So
Nice.
I'd say it's worth a play if you've played 2. So
May have to
Nope.
pick it up. Yeah. Gabe's not. I will.
I'm just kidding.
and I watched the trailer for Tales from the Borderlands, and some of the characters in the pre-sequel are in that. So
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, man, we have not talked about Telltale in a long time, and I'm kind of missing it.
I know. They need to come on with like freaking Wolf Among Us 2 and all that
Yeah,
business.
man. I want that now, and I want it for PS4, so it's not eep erp the whole time.
oh,
Seriously.
goodness.
You're like, press R. Oh, I'm dead.
Exactly, man. The frame rate on Wolf Among Us was horrible. Oh,
Like, how did that grade high anywhere?
right.
I'm like, what is everybody else playing this on? I thought it was my own PlayStation. I was like, well, my PlayStation's gone bad
Yep.
because it can't handle PlayStation games anymore.
Yeah,
I felt like, do I need to update my RAM in this thing? I don't
seriously, it was
understand.
bad. It was bad, bad,
If,
bad.
the
if only you
SSD?
could.
Exactly. Trust me. Oh my gosh.
So, Mr. Patillo, your fourth was good.
Oh man.
Tell us about
my fourth was I.
Uh,
You know, when you got 2 kids, I'm telling you, for any of y'all thinking about going from 0 kids to 1, do it. It's great. If y'all think about going 1 to 2, y'all might want to pray about it
Yeah, we're
one
done.
more time.
That's what, Lauren and I keep going back and forth too, because everyone's like, "Are you going to have another?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Right.
I think I'm
Yeah, I
good."
don't know. Yeah, the man, the guy always says that. It seems like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
why would you want to have
stereotypically-
more than one?
yeah, right.
I'm serious.
Oh,
see,
Double
I
team.
should say
Yeah, but
that.
here's-
I should say that the next time. It's like, "Are you guys going to have another?" Why would we want to have another one?
yeah, why would you want to have more than one?
Yeah, I say
here's
that,
the
but I'll probably
problem,
end
though.
up with like 5.
You're going to have like
I know,
500. It'll be
yeah.
awesome.
I'm
yeah.
totally kidding. I could not support that.
Yes, you could.
Yes, you could.
You figure it out. You just
Yeah.
figure it out.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, look at my
Here's
new
the
tour
thing,
van.
The Hall minibus.
Exactly. Yeah, the Hall Prevost. And so here's the thing about having 2, though. Right now, because Remy's slowly coming into his own, it's kind of like Jenny left the other day and had to go and took Amar to go do something. And then it was me and Remy at home. And I got a small glimpse of like, oh man, the girls went and did something and the fellas are here doing something.
Nice.
And so that kind of was cool. But he's still only 2 months old.
Hmm.
And so it's not easy to do anything.
Mm.
So, you know, so it's not easy to get somebody to watch him. It's not easy to just like pick up and go real quick. So I'm fully expecting that 7 years from now, it'll be awesome having 2. Because I have like,
That's a big gap, dude.
hey, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your eye on the prize.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Life is a marathon. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's a sprint, but a breath. You know what I mean? So,
I'm thinking in about 40 years, life will be great. That's basically what that came down to.
exactly.
When I'm in the grave, everything will be wonderful.
Right. I know that when I'm in heaven looking down at my children and grandchildren, yeah, I'll be like, job well done.
That's right. Pat on the back for me.
Exactly. So, you know, with that said, like the fourth, when you have like almost plans, it's hard because when you got 1 foot out the door
Yeah.
or 1 foot in the door because it was raining, we were like, man, do we even want to go do that? Do we want to get the stroller and do all this business? Blah, 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 blah. And then they cancel them. And then you're like, oh, shoot. Okay, well. And then do we call your grandmother and just have her come watch? And so we ended up going to the movies, calling the grandmother, and she came over and sat with Remy, and we went and saw Inside Out,
Awesome.
which was so creative.
It was really
So
good.
well
We saw
done.
that this past week, too.
Yeah, Amy Poehler killed it. For some reason, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I don't know if I was just in a bad mood because I had to go see it in 3D and it was expensive as crap.
That is expensive.
But I think we got out of there with the bucket of popcorn. Like, you know, we have that refillable bucket. I think it was $50.
Oh, man.
And I was like,
Ow.
I could have gone to a nice restaurant for $50. Shoot.
Yes, you could have.
But the movie was really good.
How many sports balls flew at the screen?
You know what's funny? It was us and only 2 other people in the theater because we got a brand new theater down here in Spring Hill. And I guess, and it's the 4th of July. And so not a lot of people were there.
I bet that was nice.
But
yeah,
it was really
how
nice.
is the theater? Is it a Regal, a Carmike? What is it?
It's a Carmike and it's small, but it's, it's nice. It's doing its thing.
Good, all right.
It's weird. You like get your popcorn, your drinks, and all that. Like you walk up and at the concession stand is where you buy everything, your tickets and your food.
Oh, okay.
And so that's kind of interesting. And then you go and fill your own drink up. So it's free refills. But who needs a refill on a freaking movie drink? Like those things are huge.
These are bladder busters, man.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like, here's your gallon.
Go get your, but right. So that was that. And then the next night, like I said, we went down to Franklin to see the fireworks that were like
10 minutes.
bah, 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 bah. Yeah, exactly.
Pew, pew, pew.
Exactly.
Yep, that's it.
And I tell you what I did do this week, though. I went ham on watching Final Fantasy VII and Shenmue 3 reaction videos.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I'm talking for hours this last week I've spent watching that.
You're not excited at all, are you?
Oh, I'm not excited even a little bit.
Nope. Nope.
And I tell you why. I think I know, because I was thinking about last night as I was still watching reaction videos. And I was like, why am I watching these so much? Like, number one, I love to see people happy. I love rejoicing when people rejoice and stuff like that. That's just fun for me. I love watching people, like, whenever somebody's really happy on television, if you look over, I'm smiling for whatever reason. I just love seeing people happy. And so there was that. And so the guys at Game Trailers, oh my gosh. If you haven't watched any reaction videos, just watch theirs. GT Live reaction to Final Fantasy VII and Shenmue 3. That's who I was.
That's amazing.
And so it was fun to watch them. And I realized, and I was talking to, I think I was Matt Leidy about this. I don't remember. But I realized this week that I didn't have any friends to talk to about it, especially Final Fantasy VII. And so I kind of went through this weird, like, and this is going to lead into our question of the week later, but I went into this weird, like, thing where I was like, I don't have any gaming buddies anymore. Like, anybody that I wanted to call was all people from my past, like 10, 15 years ago. That I'd be like, and I did text one of my buddies from high school. I was like, why haven't we talked about Final Fantasy VII yet? And he was laughing and said, I knew you were freaking out, blah, 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 blah. But it was just interesting. I was like, I don't have any real life video game buddies that I can, like, just pour out about this stuff. Obviously, I have you guys, and I see Router a lot, but even with Router didn't play back then.
Right.
And so the Shenmue thing and Final Fantasy VII thing to Router is cool to him for me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, that's good for Gabe.
That's right.
Not. So it was fun for me to see how excited other people got. And I was like, it kind of was like oh, good. It's not just me. Like,
oh,
I felt like
exactly.
I felt like I was on one of them freaking Sarah McLachlan commercials, like in the arms of an
Gabe's
angel.
with his puppy eyes
Gabe
behind the cage.
Exactly. Gabe watching the trailer thing by himself, like crying. Far away from me. Nobody understands what I'm going through. And so it was just an interesting, because I realized this. I don't think, because as I tried to explain to people, because when I go to E3, the band and Toby are so good about being like, how was it, bud? They kind of pat my head. Yeah. How was it? Was it fun?
Little Gaby.
Was it a good time? Want to play with the ball? Want to play with the ball? Was it a good time? Go get the ball.
Good job, little buddy.
That's right, little buddy. Here's
wagging my tail. Yeah. And then want this treat to get that gingivitis going away from your teeth? And so dog owners get that. I realized that gamers are unique in this one aspect, that I don't think anybody in the world, and I could be wrong, but I don't think anybody in the world looks forward to things as much as gamers do.
Man, I think you're right.
Yeah,
as I tried to relate the Final Fantasy VII to people, because I knew just telling them Final Fantasy VII was coming out, they wouldn't be excited. So I was like, they were like, how was it? And I was like, man, this thing happened at the Sony press conference. And I would say, it's kind of like, and I could come up with nothing. Like, what do I explain to somebody who doesn't play video games that in their life, what would they look forward to this much as I look forward to this Final Fantasy VII thing?
I mean, did you compare it to Star Wars maybe?
But even in that, like, that's such a thing that you're floated on through the years. So 4, 5, and 6 come out, then 1, 2, and 3 come out. And then you have all these cartoons and books that kind of float you along.
Yeah.
All these 30 years that Star Wars is. And maybe it could be that, but I don't know anybody that's excited. I'm still the guy that's the most excited about that by a group of friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh my God.
And so it's so weird. Like, I'm like, what do other people look forward to as much as gamers look forward to stuff?
It's a really good point. And I think you're absolutely right. I mean, besides like
a child being born, I guess, like somebody went for 9 months. The only thing I can relate with Toby, I was like, because Toby goes to the Masters every year, and the Masters are a huge deal for him. And so I was like, well, when you go to the Masters, that's what it's like. And I was like, are you just giddy the whole time? He's like, I'm giddy the whole time I'm there. I'm like, that's what E3 is.
Yep.
Except for the announcements. You know what I'm saying? Like, in what outside of gaming, who's excited about an announcement of something coming in 2 years?
Yeah.
And freak out and standing up and applauding and like, oh my gosh. There's people on on YouTube crying about Final Fantasy VII.
That's amazing.
Like, I can't believe it.
Oh my God. We have to watch this. This is good.
Oh man. I mean, the things they say, everybody says the same things. Don't do this to me as it starts. Like, no, Sony. No, Sony. Don't do this to me. They've trolled us for so long. Don't do this to me, Sony. And then as the preview's going on, they're like, no. It's not it. It's definitely, this couldn't be Final Fantasy VII. They said it wouldn't happen. This is not it. It's not it. And then as people who really,
I was going to say, what was the pinnacle point, the reference point in the trailer where everybody just lost it?
Well, here's the thing. There's 2 different places.
Okay.
The main place is the park. The park in the slums where that girl slides down the slide.
Okay.
If you really know Final Fantasy VII, you know that's the Final Fantasy VII slums.
That was like everything the cat before slide thing.
Yes. Everything before that, you can talk yourself into it not being Final Fantasy VII. There's some things that are very Final Fantasy VII, like South Edge and all these things that you could have seen in there, and you're like, well, maybe. But when you see the slide, people that really know the game went, oh crap, it's Final Fantasy VII for sure. And then, but if you watch the reaction trailers, if you miss that part, you don't get it until Barrett and Cloud show up. A couple people were like, man, what are they doing? That looks exactly like Midgar. Why would they show something that looks exactly like Midgar, which is the town you start in? But it's just, and then obviously when Cloud showed up, people freak out. And then there's a lull because they don't want it to be a movie. So everybody's worried it's going to be a movie. They're like, oh, it's a movie or it's a sequel. It's a movie or a sequel. It's a sequel. Oh, no, it's a movie. And then when it says remake, that's when everybody freaks out.
That's amazing.
And so, yeah, I felt like a little bit alone. That's a long way of saying I felt a little lonely this week in being a gamer because I was like, I don't have anybody to talk to about this and share my excitement. So let me go watch a bunch of other people be excited that I don't know.
That's perfect.
I'd love to go back and see my reaction. I think all that happened is my eyes widened a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, cool."
I don't know. I need to ask Brandon Scott,
right
like, "Hey, what exactly what I was doing?" Because I know in my head what I was doing.
That's
you're
my
just
reaction.
yeah, but you're a subdued person.
Yes. Hey, you want to know what my reaction was?
Good for Gabe.
Router's reaction was Hearthstone.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, that's what I did this week. Gaming wise, I played a bunch of Hearthstone. I haven't played anything. It's been real busy. So it's always been pick up and play stuff. Last night I bought Hitman Sniper, which is very fun.
Good.
I had to go ahead and spend the $5 on the app. And what else? I think that's about it. Put up some more Shenmue Saturday, finally. And another thing I totally feel vilified by doing. Like, I feel so like, I was playing Shenmue before they announced Shenmue 3 was coming out. Good. Good. We're ahead of the curve here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm on top of it.
Yeah, I'm on
number
top of
2.
things. Exactly. That's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think I talk about it in one of the episodes. I'm like, I think I have to do 2 now because 3's coming out in 2025, whenever that game's coming. But
Did they release 2 on Dreamcast?
I want to say it was. I don't know.
I don't
That's the
think
thing
they
I have
did.
to look up. They did on Xbox though, right?
Exactly. And I was going to tell you, it may be backwards
But here's the
compatible
weird
with
thing, I
360.
played it.
So, what's that?
I played Shenmue 2. I just don't know where, but I never had an Xbox.
Yeah, I guess they maybe released it for Dreamcast. I don't remember.
Me neither. I have to look into it and find it.
Go
but-
back and play Seaman. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, exactly. With the microphone.
Let's play Seaman. Come on, Shenmue.
Exactly. Oh man. All right, I'm done. I've worked myself up into a tizzy. Like I don't even know what to do
Reaction
with myself.
videos, 4th of July, we're good.
Exactly. Go watch GT Live. It's amazing. Okay. Router, you got it?
Bring it on.
Well, let's do it.
New releases this week. F1 F1 2015 for PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
Nice.
Skullgirls Second Encore for PS4. Back to you guys. That's it. I love this post E3, man. It's just like, it's such a lull. I will say this. Went back on VG charts. We're up to June 13th. There may be hope. I think they're actually bulk dumping some of this stuff in. And maybe by next week, we may have something a little more recent.
We'll see.
That could be the case. I don't know.
Not holding my breath.
I'm not either, but the way that the pattern was, because when I checked it yesterday in the middle of the day, and they were at the end of May. And then I checked it late last night, and it was June, like mid-June. So I wonder if they've got some interns or somebody doing some data crunching and posting these things. And if they are, that's really cool. That would be great. I'd love to have that come back a little bit. But we'll see.
Well, I had an idea of something you could do.
Yes.
And I think it could get the community involved, which would be
That's even
fun.
better.
And I think they can give us a hard time, which will be fun.
That is fun.
So I thought of, because we've all talked about Router and how, especially it feels like this post E3, it feels like you barely hear from Router. Like you don't, I mean, obviously he's talking to us the whole time, but you don't get to have, he doesn't get to have his segment. And so with the charts being dead, I thought of a segment that I thought could be fun. It's called
Pollen Count.
Pollen Watch.
Exactly.
Pollen Watch.
Pollen Watch 2015. And so every week he tells you what the pollen count is.
That's
No,
right.
I'm just kidding. Could you imagine?
I'd be happy to.
You're like 3. We're like, all right, and moving on.
It's gonna rain. Back to you.
Exactly. Here's Router with the White U pollen forecast.
The White U pollen forecast. That's right.
But we thought about doing a segment called We Were Wrong. So a lot of times we'll get to just talking about things or stories, blah, 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 or even something will break after we've done the podcast and it'll create this weird thing where we're wrong about something, or we'll say something came out in a year and it totally wasn't that year, or we'll speak on something that we don't know a whole lot about.
This segment's going to be long.
That's going to be a long one.
Yeah, man.
Or our listeners are screaming at the radio like they have in the past. I love that, man. This is great.
That's happened before. So what we'll do is, for each episode, you guys tell us what we got wrong. And I'm not talking about opinions, like our opinions wrong
Right, our
about something.
opinions
Like
are our opinions.
factually wrong.
Yep.
So if we say something came out at a certain time, or the whole reason I thought about this was because of last week I talked about Mark Cuban and him backing that website.
Oh yeah.
And the way I said the name was like Unikern. You remember?
Yes.
And I was like, I don't know how to say this. Was unicorn.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's just not spelled like unicorn, but it's said like unicorn. It's still spelled UNIKRN, but it's pronounced unicorn. And so I was like, we need to do a segment where we clear up all the things we got wrong the week
I like
before.
that. This is
So,
great. Let's do that.
Hopefully we won't always get a bunch of things wrong, because obviously we want to be good at bringing you guys news and be correct. But there's going to be times that we're wrong. So you guys let us know when we're wrong, and we'll talk about it and we'll fix our wrongs the next week.
Love it. Let's do that.
Community, get on it. Starting now.
And go.
And go.
Well, that's
Paul,
it for
all
us.
right, start taking notes.
Exactly. Hall, give us something, brother.
The best of E3.
Don't be
stuff.
wrong, though. Be right.
Hey, this is hard to be wrong at. Best of E3 stuff was announced.
There we go.
Yeah, so I'm going to go through this list because it's relatively short, I guess.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Best of show. Who do you guys think won?
I'm looking at the list, so I can
No Man's Sky.
Darn.
I'm going to say No Man's Sky.
It was Fallout 4.
Fallout
Nice, of
4,
course.
by Betsadia.
By Betsadia.
They're like, that's Bethesda, Gabe. That's Bethesda. You know, it's funny when we
You were
when
wrong.
we put up that
No, we're not in that segment.
when you put up that picture of our
With the logo?
episode a couple weeks ago, somebody was like, "Isn't it?" See, I always want to say Bethsadia.
No.
They were like, "Isn't it Bethesda?" And I was like, that's the joke. You have to listen to the show.
Joke. And I had that logo perfect too.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
Best original game. What do you guys think it was?
No Man's Sky. I'm just gonna keep saying no. I don't know
Yeah,
why. I'm just
exactly.
gonna
No,
keep saying
the
No
game
Man's
you
Sky.
really liked. Really liked.
Oh, Horizon.
Yes.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think that would be my pick too, just because I
I'm
want to see
excited for that
Guerrilla
game.
do something other than Killzone.
Yes.
So
agree.
that's very original.
I'm excited for this game.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Best console game, Uncharted 4.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty
Like,
general too, though,
'Cause that's
isn't it?
not- I know, just console. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not like best.
And it's crazy
Sony
that it's
property?
the fourth one, too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I hope
Then
it's
again,
good.
yeah,
It's gotta be
sure.
good.
It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great.
Best handheld game, Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. Sorry, I'm
Mhm.
trying to get through this kind of quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
go
you
ahead.
got it. You got it.
Best PC game, Fallout 4. Best hardware. What do you guys think hardware is?
I didn't know what this was.
Oculus Touch.
Yeah, what's the Oculus Touch? I missed that
I
one.
don't know.
All right, moving on.
I think it's because I didn't care.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could
I'm
be
not
that
even
we
gonna
just.
speculate. I don't want to add
Yeah.
to our
Yeah.
"we were wrong" segment.
Yeah.
It's that's gonna get longer and longer, brother.
It's
I
gonna
love
be
it.
fun to
I
see
think it's
us
gonna be
like
awesome.
dodging,
Yeah.
dodging stuff.
Well, the
No,
whole
I-
reason I said that was, see, what had happened was I
Yeah,
had
but
one window pulled up.
It's, there was something in my eye, and
Exactly. You know it was 5:30 in the morning, right? You know it's 5:30 in the
It
morning.
was a
Yeah, I think
3,
they-
but it looked like an 8.
they could definitely give us some leeway because we do this at 5:30 in the morning.
Exactly.
When all
No
you s-
leeway.
No
when all you
leeway.
slackers are sleeping.
No
Exactly.
leeway.
Nope,
We get a show done before anybody else wakes up.
that's right.
I love it. I love it.
Best action game, Star Wars Battlefront.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Best action adventure game, Uncharted 4 takes that one as well. Best
Golly.
RPG,
Gotta be Fallout 4.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, there's no way it can't be.
Let's skip these ones. Best family social game. What do you think?
Oh no, don't skip those two.
No, I'm saying best family or social game. Oh, you're saying don't skip the other ones?
Yeah, I'm saying it's so easy
Best
just to say
racing
'em.
game, I mean, Need for Speed.
Need for Speed. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how Forza couldn't compete on that, but I mean, Need for Speed, they're doing a reboot, so people are pretty excited about that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Best sports game.
Gotta be FIFA.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it's
Yep.
most popular sport in the world, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's the world's game. Yeah, man.
Best family or social game. It's a Nintendo game.
He wouldn't have paid attention to it. Super Mario Maker.
Super Mario Maker.
Gotcha.
Best online multiplayer.
Oh, you were waiting on me for the answer? I was just waiting for somebody else to
kind
say.
of seeing
Oh,
if
okay.
somebody would speculate on it. Best
Oh, okay.
well, Gabe has the list. Crap.
Yep. It's all
Best online multiplayer Battlefront.
Battlefront.
You know what's funny? I'm Battlefront.
How quickly can you deep fry your shrimp? Go, boom.
Battlefront.
Love that chicken for Popeyes.
That's right.
All right.
Louisiana.
I'm surprised.
That sounds like a descriptor for like fried shrimp or something. They're like, come taste our Battlefront fried shrimp.
That's right.
Or something like that.
Battlefront.
It's only battered on one side. That's freaking gross sounding. Oh
That's
my god.
awesome.
It does sound pretty bad.
I'd still eat it.
Crunchy
me
and
too.
slimy shrimp.
No, I wouldn't eat that. No.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. I thought Destiny would have got that one. Only because of the Kings.
Yeah,
what's
the
it
new
called?
expansion.
Yeah,
The
the new
Battlefront
expansion.
multiplayer was really good in its day, like Battlefront 2.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, I think that's just mainly a speculation thing. Like, hey, this is going to be great. So we'll
Nice.
see, I guess.
Mm.
Best indie game, Go Router.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Yay, you did it. So proud of you.
Hey, here's a Wowie.
Special commendation for graphics. It was
That was
interesting that it
interesting.
was Uncharted 4.
Well, I thought it sounded like they made it just for that. It's like best game called Uncharted 4. Uncharted
Best
4.
Naughty Dog game, Uncharted 4.
even though in the press conference it completely froze because, well, that was a controller's fault, but still.
Yeah, exactly. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, in Naughty Dog constantly gets like these awards for its graphics, so I guess it
I
kind of
mean, it
makes
does
sense.
look good. Yeah.
Gosh, such a beast.
I mean, look how
golly,
amazing
it
Last
looks
of Us
amazing.
look how amazing Last of Us still looked on the PS3. That's
I know. I never even saw it on PS4, and it looked awesome.
I didn't either. It's a feat
Yeah,
in and of
I've seen the
itself to have it
PS4
look that
version,
good.
and it looks excellent.
Yeah.
That
gosh.
Jeep that they were driving in the Uncharted 4 demo looked
Oh my
amazing.
Oh my god.
gosh.
It was sick.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Nicely done, Hall.
I think.
We'll find out next week when our listeners
Exactly.
start chopping us up.
Right.
Buddy.
I was going to talk about some games with gold and PlayStation Plus for July.
Please do.
And I could be wrong because it looks like last month, but games with gold for July: Assassin's Creed Black Flag for Xbox One,
Oh, okay.
which I think was the same as last month,
Okay.
and Massive Chalice again, which I think was last month, and then for Xbox 360, Plants vs Zombies again. So I've said
the
it.
summer months.
I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Stancil, get on that. Y'all need to step it up with games with gold.
Seriously, man.
Freaking Stancil, come on, man.
Hey,
Go
he's
tap
gotten
somebody
your
on the
feedback.
shoulder.
He's doing what he can. He sent the memo around. He's doing it.
Yeah, I hope he has. He needs to not send a memo. Go write a sticky note and put it on
Do
somebody's
something.
forehead.
Yeah, that's a way to get fired pretty quickly. You put up a little list like games I think should be on Games with Gold.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Months that PS Plus has killed us on the free games thing.
Mm-hmm.
These. And then on PS Plus, Rocket League on PS4 came out and is free on PS Plus. It's so much fun. Played with some of the community guys back when it was in the beta, and it was really fun. Styx, Master of Shadows for the PS4. Rain for the PS3. I always wanted to play that. We won't be getting out the PS3 just to play it.
Nope.
Always wanted to. Mousecraft for PS4, PS3, PS Vita. Geometry Wars 3, Dimensions Evolved, PS Vita. Entwined, PS4, PS Vita. And we talked about it last week. I think Drivers Club is obviously up there too.
Drive Club.
Drive Club, sorry.
Yeah, I had to
Gosh,
take
now
care of
you're
that
going
for
to
the
catch me
segment.
before.
You know what's interesting is that Entwined was such a big deal last year at E3. Remember that? Like they
Yeah, didn't it?
They gave
Did it come out last year?
I think so. But they
I don't
gave
know when
it
it came
a
out.
lot of they gave it a lot of time at the press conference, and now it's free at PS Plus. And
Yep.
I totally forgot about that game.
I thought it was like
Yep.
planned to come out for free regardless.
Right.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
So was Drive Club, but you know,
but it took forever,
took forever.
to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's those.
Yes.
And that sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I
there were some
think.
potentials there.
Yeah, man, for sure. Definitely Rocket Club. I'm definitely getting that because I want to. That's been fun. Let's see. Is that UK only on the rain thing? I don't know. Huh.
Guess we'll find out next week.
Yeah, we will. I love it.
Awesome.
Moving on. We have to talk about this, even though it happened right after our episode last week. Nintendo's PlayStation.
Yes.
And that's Play Space Station has been uncovered. This was crazy. Hall, you've talked about this, I think, before, maybe a long time ago. Back in the day, just for those that don't know, Sony and Nintendo in the early 90s partnered up to do a console. And it was going to be Nintendo's and Sony's PlayStation, Space Station. And it was actually shown off at CES in 91 as the SNES CD, maybe. And it had the SNES controller pretty much and a drive. And it's kind of, these are the first time people have seen pictures of it in forever. Hall, is that right?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, since the show that the prototype was shown off, I think this is the first time we've seen it since then.
Which is just crazy, right?
Yeah. It's pretty nuts. I mean, it looks like an early 90s piece of tech, down to the volume knob on the front.
On the console.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Like, don't worry about the volume on the television.
Yeah.
You know, because you have a remote for that.
Exactly. So this was just so crazy that somebody unearthed this. And I guess the story is it's the son of somebody who worked on the prototype. Is that right?
I think it was the son of somebody who was an executive at Sony, perhaps. I'll have to go reread the story. I read it the first time and I immediately went to the pictures. I was like, what is this thing?
Right.
Awesome.
And so it looks awesome. Hopefully he keeps it. If he said he's you
going
could
to try
sell
to
it,
boot
I
it
guess.
up. Like he's going to try to find the power adapter.
Oh my gosh. This thing looks crazy. It's got a slot for cartridges on the top, a disc drive for discs, obviously. And then on top of under that is where you plug the controllers in. It's clunky as all get out. I mean, clunky. And so what ended up happening, to my understanding at least, is that Sony and Nintendo partner up to do this thing. And then Nintendo, unbeknownst to Sony, ends up teaming up with Philips instead.
Exactly.
And actually announcing that at the same CES that they're showing the SNES CD at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
And so Sony gets mad, and that's the birth of the Sony PlayStation.
It was Nintendo's undoing because their Philips games were terrible.
So go check out the pictures. It's really cool. I mean, it looks like an SNES with a freaking CD drive in it. All the same colors from the SNES. Same button layout. Except it's just weird seeing Sony PlayStation on the Nintendo controller.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing for me.
So
you're kind of like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Days of yesteryear.
I really hope he gets it booted up. I want to see if it does anything.
That would be awesome. I just want to see what the menu look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I feel like Sony just now got a menu down. I like this, right? the PS4 menu. Everything before that was like, I didn't like it that much.
Remember the PS3 menu? Remember those days?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was going to say, Gabe, you remember the Sega Saturn menu?
Oh,
like
do I remember the Sega Saturn? Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
wow.
You could put an audio CD in and just watch the spaceship fly.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's cool.
Give us something else, Hall.
I feel like I have to mention this just because I can't believe that the show is still on, but I guess Harry Shearer is not leaving The Simpsons after all.
Oh, you know what's weird? I've seen both. I literally saw both stories yesterday. Both. He's not leaving and he is leaving.
Well, the is leaving story broke a couple months ago, and I was going to mention it on the show, but I didn't know how relevant it was really. But to be honest, I mean, it's kind of hard to believe that.
Did you say that we were talking about The Simpsons, by the way, or did you just say the show?
Like, well,
Harry Shearer.
I was talking about
the voice of.
I was going to talk about it on this show. That Harry Shearer was leaving because he plays so many characters. I mean, it would be hard to replace all those characters.
It would be so weird to hear somebody else's voice.
Mr. Burns, Ned Flanders. Now, the pastor, right?
Not for nothing, they could find people who sound just like that, like they did with Marty McFly and the Telltale Back to the Future game, because he sounded identical.
He sounded just like him, yeah.
But I mean, it would change kind of the show a little bit for people who've been fans. But I was trying to figure out who's watching the new seasons of this.
Oh, The Simpsons?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I haven't I haven't seen The Simpsons in a long time.
I mean, I haven't either. I haven't since the movie, pretty much. And that was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah. My mom didn't let me watch it when I was younger.
Really?
She didn't like me watching it because of how much attitude Bart had, which I'm totally understanding now because...
Yeah, you get that now, right?
Oh, man, because Amara will watch something and want to repeat it. She goes, just shut up the other day, because it was that was in Inside Out. And we were like, whoa. Number one. Yep. Don't you ever say that to your father ever again. Exactly. That's crazy. So we don't know if he's actually leaving or not.
No, we do know he's not leaving. He's announced that he's not. So back in May, he announced on Twitter that he was going to, so he could have the freedom to do other work. But he announced recently with the producers of the show, he announced like, yeah, I'm going to be staying. So I guess he's staying on for at least season 27 and 28.
That is insane that The Simpsons has been around for 28.
I mean, he's getting $14 million. Like, you're rich when you're turning down $14 million.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to give you $14 million to come in and do these 5 voices. Nah, I'm good.
Yes.
Boy, you better get yourself in there and do them voices.
I know, seriously, man.
His wife's looking at him when he gets home like,
hello?
I seen on the news you passed up $14 million. That can't be right.
What else you got?
I think the only reason they keep the show going is to just keep like pushing the record further and further. Like for most seasons for a sitcom.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
it's really incredible.
They have
an amazing
option to go up to 30. So with 5,
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. They might cut it at 30. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they cut it at 30.
You'd think so. Like I was thinking like, oh, they'll do the movie, they'll do season 20 and then they'll, rise off into heaven. But I don't know.
Huh.
Does anybody watch it on Sundays?
I haven't watched Simpsons.
I haven't watched Simpsons in years.
Tell you. It's been such a long time. I watched one of the new episodes on Hulu 7 years ago, maybe, or 6. And I was like, oh, this is still kind of clever, but it's not. The new animation style, for some reason, just makes it different. Like
it's got a little bit of a twist. I typically watch the Simpsons horror, the Halloween special that they usually do, because those are always fun and they always are
pretty good.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's hilarious. So a guy on Twitter that goes by the name of Captain Cook 96, Capt Cook 96, a guy named Chris. He posts 4 pictures of a Nissan driving in Drive Club. And on Twitter, he said, innovation that excites, which is obviously Nissan's tagline. And then he tagged @Drive Club @Nissan USA. The first reply is from Nissan USA. It says, awesome shots. Did you take these photos?
Oh, boy.
And Chris goes, I did. And thank you. And then Jamie Brayshaw, who's a senior community manager for Evolution Studios, who did Drive Club, says, do you wonder if @Nissan USA knows these are PS4 share pics taken in Drive Club? And he said, I do. And then Nissan USA gets back and says, ha, didn't look closely enough, apparently. Graphics these days are ridiculous.
Wow. They fooled Nissan.
They fooled Nissan. So you got to love that. Have
That's
fun with people
amazing.
that don't play video games, apparently.
Clearly.
But I don't know. If you look at the pictures, it doesn't, I mean, just glancing at them, it definitely doesn't look like, oh, those are video game pictures.
Right. And all
They
those racing games always look so incredible.
We
Oh,
need
yeah.
to take some pictures from like Gran Turismo 1 and send them to Nissan now. Or like a
be like
Super Nintendo
Nissan.
racing game.
F-Zero.
Just send them the Flintstones car. Just give them a shot of the Flintstones car. There you go.
That's funny.
Oh, that'd
There's
be
real
so
life.
fun.
That would be funny.
That's great, man.
Paul, give us something else.
Looks like the cast of the Walking Dead game, the Telltale Walking Dead game, will be performing live at San Diego Comic-Con.
What?
Mhm.
Yep. They're going to be performing scenes from the show. Apparently not everybody who was involved in the show can make it, but they're going to be kind of substituting some of the voices.
Oh my gosh.
The production company behind like the Walking Dead TV show, I guess, is going to be streaming the event. So even if you can't make it, you can watch it.
No way.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, is that going to be good, or is that going to be like, why are they doing this?
They should have done this like 3 years ago when the game was huge.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
The only other thing I could think of is that maybe there's an announcement at the end of it saying, hey, we got another Walking Dead season.
Hey, there you go.
I guess
That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I guess they're going to be talking about they're making like a mini series based around Michonne. So I guess they're going to be talking about that.
True.
Oh, interesting.
True.
True.
I don't know.
Or
I know
maybe
you saw me on the
they'll announce a
radio.
Walking Dead season 3 after.
I would love that. I would truly love
It's
that.
about time.
It's about
it
time.
is.
And like we said, I would really like to have the Wolf Among Us season 2 would be great.
Yeah, come on with
Man.
it, y'all.
They are so busy over there.
Yeah, they're working hard.
Mhm.
They are.
So you guys remember back on Christmas when everything went crazy and Lizard Lick and those guys?
Lizard Lick.
I mean, Lizard Squad.
Lizard Lick.
What's Lizard Lick?
I have no idea.
Is that towing?
Is that a drug?
Gabe's
Are
new
you doing
company.
drugs? Gabe,
I think
are you
it's
doing drugs?
yeah, exactly. I think it's a towing company.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I think you're
Yes,
right.
you're right. It is.
Lizard Lick Towing.
True
Lizard Lick
TV.
Towing.
It's a television show.
That's amazing.
I'm so glad I
we're
don't
giving
have cable anymore.
we're giving
Lizard Lick.
so much ammo to the "we were wrong" section, but you
No,
guys are
there you
catching
go.
everything.
Uh,
Which I'm glad for. So one of the guys that said he was a Lizard Squad member has been found in Finland. And so Julius Z. Kill, some last name that's not American
Finnish.
enough for me to say.
Right.
He said he was a part of the thing, so he's been put on like a 2-year suspension. So that means if he does anything like this in the next 2 years, he could go to jail. But he's not going to jail, but he did get fined $50,000.
oof.
But it seems like
No, wait. Was this for the PSN servers?
Yeah, the PSN
and Xbox Live take
Xbox
down
Live.
on Christmas.
yeah.
Somebody hire him. Screw that.
Well,
Don't put
they
him in
said that
jail.
he does have to. It does say he'll go to prison if he does any kind of stuff, but he does also have to help fight against cybercrime.
Okay, cool.
So
Fight
Community
fire with
service.
fire, baby.
if it feels maybe $50,000 is a lot of money in this sense, but it seems like I don't know why the punishment doesn't seem that much to me.
It doesn't seem that much at all. And maybe there's the hidden agenda of, we're just going to give you a slap and then you're going to come work for us.
Well, I mean,
And
and
2
why would they
years-
fine him something that he couldn't even pay? Like that.
But
just
think
be
about how much
stupid.
money. Think about how much money Sony and Microsoft lost during that time that they could have got. I mean, that's
Oh,
50.
yeah.
That if they're
More than
valuing it
$50,000.
at $50,000, it's way more than $50,000.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know.
So it was just interesting, like, and I know you can't put like a ban on somebody forever, I guess, but it seems like you could do like a warning, like hey, you have a warning. If you do this, you'll go back to jail. Not like a warning for 2 years.
Yeah, it's probation, basically.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. So it just, I don't know, something about this sat weird with me. I don't know why though. It feels like they're not really trying, or you would think that they would have made an example of him. Like, hey guys, seriously, let's not do this. But it's like, hey.
Like I said, I think maybe they're just lessening it because they want him to work for them. I mean, I would. Why not? I mean, you've got these people that have the power and the knowledge to do this kind of stuff. Screw that. Instead of throwing them in jail, have them come work for you.
Turn
their lives around. You know what I mean?
House of Cards.
That's right.
Nice. Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
that makes sense.
You're welcome, America. You're welcome.
Exactly. Good job, Router.
Putting out lizard licks everywhere.
Licking lizards all over the place.
That's right. Yep.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That was good.
The last thing I got is that Capcom is making a Mega Man helmet.
I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
That lights up, which is hilarious. Kind of like we talked about the Halo thing and then making the Master Chief motorcycle helmet. I don't know if this one will be I don't think it'll be a motorcycle helmet,
it's not.
But
they should, though.
That's
actually
should.
Really smart.
Yeah, it's freaking almost your whole head.
This is a huge head.
And so they're making the Mega Man helmet so people can live out their fantasies combined with the Buster gun that they made.
Can I ask what fantasies are involved with Mega Man?
I don't know. There's a lot of fantasies out there that don't make any sense, you know. And so I just thought that was hilarious that you could buy the helmet and wear it and run around. And I can't wait to see somebody buy this that can't fit it on and then be like really disappointed. Like, oh, come on, I can't put this thing over my head.
Halloween,
Cheeks
man.
are just
That's
spilling out of it. Yeah. So I think it would be funny.
Paul,
Paul, you got anything else, bud?
I hope we see these Mega Man helmets at like Comic-Cons and stuff, like where somebody takes a picture and there's like 100 people
definitely
going to
have those.
Make a Guinness World Record for how many Mega Man helmets in a room together.
Yeah, 3 would get the world record, I think.
So, yeah, there you go.
There was, the reason I mentioned it is because there was this girl making on that show. Do you guys know that show Firefly? It was only around for like one season.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of
I do
it,
remember it.
Yeah, there was a hat on the show that I guess only appeared on like one episode, but it was just really, I mean, since there was only one season of that show, like all those episodes are really iconic for people.
Yeah.
And that hat, like some girl on Etsy started making that hat, and then somebody like snapped a picture at like a Comic-Con or something, and like there was like 50 people wearing that hat. Like in one picture,
no way
of the thing.
Wow,
so that's crazy.
I want to imagine that there will be a picture with like 50 people wearing Mega Man helmets.
I think they make them. They end up making these things like slightly too expensive for just the average guy to get.
I think so.
It seems like,
yeah.
Because I would like if it was $50, like I might flirt with getting one just to put it up somewhere next to my portal gun or something like that. But like, you know, if it's $200, you're like, nah,
no, I'm good.
That. Come on,
I mean, it does glow, right?
Yeah, I mean, but that's like barely
that's
at
least
perk.
$100. You gotta pay that glow tax.
The glow tax, and for the AA batteries, it's probably using.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious! All right, Hall, you all out?
Amazon Prime Day, July 15th.
Oh, that's right.
They said they're going to be blowing out some video games, so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
If you're a Prime member, if you're not a Prime member, get a free trial. So,
why do you think they're doing this?
Clearing their inventory.
And also too, like, why not? Like Black Friday happens once a year. Might as well just make it twice.
And you think they're like, hey, nobody else is doing anything this summer. We might as well ball out.
They're actually doing it for the 20th anniversary, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Amazon's been around for 20 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
God, I'm old.
That's crazy. I remember when there wasn't no Amazon.
That's right.
It was how many? I want to say it was either last year or earlier this year. They did a thing where they reverted the website back to what it looked like in the 90s, and it was hilarious.
I love when they do that. Yeah, love when they do that. I've seen that.
They reverted it back to the 90s version, and then they quickly like when you went to the page, they quickly like flipped it to the new version because they're like, yeah, we know you can't use that anymore.
No.
Right.
You have no idea how to use that.
That's obsolete.
That's what I want to see. I want to see a video of teenagers trying to use websites from the 90s.
Oh, that'd be
Lordy.
fantastic.
Or using anything. Yeah, so we'll all be broke on the 15th. I'm just glad they're doing it on payday. That's the only thing I always hated about Black Friday, because depending on how early Thanksgiving is, Black Friday could be like 5 days before you get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true.
And so you're like, I'm broke. I can't go take advantage of any of this stuff. But to fall on the 15th is pretty smart, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You out, Hall?
That's it.
Well, every week we ask you guys a question. And last week we asked you guys, hey, you know what we're playing. What are you playing? What shows are you watching? Ed Placencia, I got to start with my boy because he's always so good at this stuff and he's always watching a bunch of stuff. And half of the stuff I've never heard of. Currently playing Batman Arkham Knight, getting ready to jump into the Harley Quinn phase. And Quiplash, which he said was so much fun, is from the same guys I think Scott L. Clark was talking about, same the You Don't Know Jack guys. He said,
awesome.
Currently watching, you ready? The Making of the Mob, Ballers, Last Week Tonight, True Detective, Hannibal, Marin, The Comedians, Wayward Pines, Another Period, Key and Peele, and Mr. Robot.
Wow.
So
all right,
go add all that to your watch list because Ed watches some good stuff. This is over on the forums, by the way. The model Martell. Hearthstone is the only thing I've been playing. Finished rank 4 for the season.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's huge.
Hit me up and please teach me how to play this game, the model Martell. Please, you know where to find us.
Yeah.
As for TV watching, I've been binge watching One Piece for the first time. And for real TV, everything finished for the summer.
That is true.
Rank 4.
That's insane.
Rank.
That's awesome.
That is some
4.
good cards right there.
Oh my gosh.
You know, those are those guys like when you're playing Hearthstone and you're like rank 17, those are the guys that are like passing you on the way up.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's like when the season starts over and everybody's back at 23 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just getting killed those first 4 days. You're like, shoot, I might as well not start playing until the middle of the month.
Like 5 straight last night or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to wait like maybe mid-month now or a little bit later.
Exactly.
So everybody can bypass me and I can just get there when I need to.
Seriously. Goodness gracious.
That's pretty amazing.
Josh Stapleton, I thought this was nicely laid out. When I'm playing in front of the kids, I'm playing NBA 2K15 on PS4. When I'm playing with my kids, I'm playing Lego Marvel Superheroes on the Wii U. When my in-laws are in town, I play Splinter Cell Blacklist on the PS3 because the PS3 is in the bedroom away from everyone. And when I'm just playing on my own, I'm currently playing Watch Dogs on PS4 trying to catch up on my pile of shame.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. Over on Twitter, we have got, let's see, Felipe. I think that's how you say his name. I could be so wrong. At I Like Some Games. Just finished Batman last weekend and Witcher yesterday. Batmobile sucks. Watching The Americans right now. Incredible show. I've heard that a bunch, that the Batmobile is awful. I don't know. T Times Dope at T215J. Been playing Batman Arkham Knight on PS4 and watching The Wire. Ooh, throwback.
Ooh, nice.
Baltimore, Avon Barksdale. Dan Anthony at Mr. _D Anthony. Juggling Dragon Age Inquisition, Destiny, and Arkham Knight. Other than that, been watching baseball and Women's World Cup. That's right. USA.
Yes, that's right, baby.
USA.
That was awesome.
Congratulations to the women of the Women's World Cup, USA women.
That's right.
And Japan for losing. Thanks for losing so we could win. I think we won 5-2.
Yes,
that's a
did.
big gap in soccer.
It was 4-1 at the half.
Oh my gosh.
They scored within the first 6 minutes.
That's a whooping.
It was like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 14 minutes.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, thank you guys for asking our question. You know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Come check out the forums, marriedtothegames.com, YouTube.com/married to the games. Me and Amara put up another Dance Central video of us doing Uptown Funk. That was a good time. Love it, love it. And Hall?
Rate us on iTunes. Don't lick any lizards.
Yeah. No lizards should be licked. No lizards were licked in the making of this
podcast.
You think so?
Exactly. You can't see us. Some lizards could have been licked, but I didn't. All right. Well, let's get into some questions.
Start with some email. Braylon Jones. Sorry, no blast from the past question this time. I just wanted to say I disagree with the decision last week regarding Gabe playing Fallout 3.
Ooh.
I think it has aged well enough. Obviously, graphics are bad, but like Hall said, you don't go into a Fallout game for cutting edge tech. Just an amazing experience.
There you go.
Fallout 3 is my second favorite game of all time, and I think Gabe would love it, even though he's hated everything else good. Laugh out loud. Also, he has to experience Three Dog, best NPC in a game ever.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's very true.
I forgot about
that. That was
him.
great. Yeah, I still don't think that's going to sway him, Braylon. I got news for you.
That's funny.
Not going to happen.
It could be one of those things, Gabe, where you play Fallout 4 and you're like, man, I really need more of this. Then you go play New Vegas 3.
Yeah,
can you go backwards?
You can, because to be honest, like looking at Fallout 4, like it looks like it's still kind of jerky the way that 3 was. Like it's the same kind of movement, maybe.
Huh.
The engine doesn't look
man.
to have changed much.
And
you have a PC, so you can get 60 frames and it'll look almost just as good.
It would look banging.
Yeah.
I got you.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But thanks for that,
There's
Braylon.
no hurry. I mean, you're already how many years late? You can wait.
Yeah,
exactly. No
another
rush.
year ain't gonna hurt you, brother.
No rush.
Three Dog is awesome though. So
yes.
All right, moving on. Ben Ebig. I want to say Ebig. It might be Ebig. I'm sorry, Ben, if I jack that up. What members of the MTTG crew do you think could pick up Thor's hammer?
Oh,
I think all of us, man. I mean, the chubby ninja. That's a given.
Hello.
The reluctant multitasker will eventually do it.
Yeah, I'll fit it in there somewhere.
Yeah, right. And Tiger Claw, come on. Yeah, well, we got this. Definitely.
Tiger Claw, he's taking steroids. He's the most likely.
I'm roided up, man. I'll be the first one to get that. It'd be amazing. That was awesome. Thanks, Ben. Facebook, Josh Stapleton. Thursday, day the podcast drops, is my birthday. I have to give a shout out to Josh Stapleton for his birthday, which will be tomorrow when this podcast comes out.
Nice. Happy birthday, brother.
So with my wife asking me for gift ideas, my question is, what was your favorite birthday gift as a kid and as an adult? Man, Josh, he always comes up with great questions.
That's awesome.
I love these. Happy birthday, man. That's awesome. Anyone?
Favorite birthday memory?
Favorite birthday gift
as a kid and as an adult.
Kid and as an adult.
Man, all I get freaking now is clothes and it sucks. Let's see, as a kid. I gotta go with the Nintendo.
Okay.
Was a gift when I was a kid. It came with we got it late, so it came with all 3 games on one cartridge: Super Mario, Duck Hunt, and Track and Field. And it came with the power pad and a gun.
Yep.
So that was a baller.
Was that the action set?
I don't know what it was called.
I don't remember.
You weren't born yet. And then
when was that?
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Right.
And then now birthday gift. I mean, I guess my mom kind of bought me the Xbox One for my birthday.
Yeah, I was going to say. It hadn't been like the Xbox One.
Christmas birthday boy.
Yeah.
So you can pretty much just say a Christmas gift.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you kind of get screwed because you've got birthday Christmas combo.
Yep.
You get that 1-2 punch.
Yep. That's it for me.
For me, birthday gift as a kid, the G.I. Joe hovercraft. That was one of the things I wanted so badly. That thing was a monster of a toy. And I'm old because you probably don't even remember that. And then,
Sure.
And then as an adult, best birthday gift, man, I don't know. I mean, when I got the PS3, that was an anniversary gift to myself from my wife.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Nice.
But, yeah, I think, the Wii U. Wii U was a great birthday gift that my wife gave me as an adult.
Nice. I like it.
Hall, did you say it?
I was going to say birthday gift as a kid. I was thinking of something Power Rangers related, like the Tiger Zord or something, which I wish I still had that because those things are worth a lot of money.
A lot of money. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But as an adult, probably I want to say PS4, but that wasn't really a birthday gift. I don't think the PS3 was. I think so.
Didn't you use some of your birthday gift cards or something toward the PS4?
I might have. I can't remember. Yeah, well, I traded in my Xbox towards it and got it almost for free.
That's exactly right. I forgot about that.
That was fun. Well, we bought the Wii U the same day, so that was pretty awesome. Probably the PS3 thing, because I think I got that on my birthday.
That's awesome. Good times. Well, thanks, Josh, for that. That's awesome. Moving on. Chris McCracken. No question, just a proud uncle story. I just got off of a FaceTime call with my nephew. He called because he got so much money for his birthday that just passed that he was asking my opinion on if he should get an iPad mini or a PS Vita for gaming. I recently let him play my Vita on our road trip from Florida, and he really liked it. Finally, the time has come. Let the game bonding era commence.
Nice.
Yes, sir. That is awesome. Next generation of video gamers incoming. Bring it.
You got to love that, man.
Yep, that's perfect.
I love it.
Moving on. Brett T. Bowden. This week I watched the documentary Indie Gamer. First of all, have you seen it, and what were your thoughts? No, have any of you guys seen it yet?
I didn't see. I didn't see Indie Gamer. No, I haven't seen that one.
I didn't see Indie Gamer either. Secondly, one of the developers said he was disappointed the reviewers didn't see the deeper meaning in his game. It made me think about other games I've played, and I can't really ever recall finding any hidden mysteries of life woven in. I just want to be entertained. So my question is, can or should video games elevate the level of artistry and try to make social statements, or is it already there and I'm just missing it? Really great question. Very thought-provoking question.
Good question.
I don't necessarily think that video games have to make social statements. I think the social statements can arise from people's interpretation of it.
Exactly.
Sure.
For example, when Tomb Raider came out, that was a big social statement that that your character was female, and there was some discussion about that as well, and that kind of brought the gaming community together to kind of talk about it.
And if you talk to the creators, it probably they would be like, oh, well, that wasn't really a conscious decision. It's a Lara Croft game.
It's a Lara Croft game. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I think developers need to not necessarily take reviewers. I think developers, because think about it, and I'm not one, but I can only imagine that you're spending so much time on this game that you can't really pull yourself out and get a third party perspective because you're that involved. So they are going to take everything more to heart. And the fact that he was disappointed the reviewer didn't see the deeper meaning in his game, well, that's going to happen because
of course
they didn't spend 2 years working on it.
Well, and a review is an opinion piece. If they don't pick up on that from your game, it's just that was their perspective.
And how many people do things that have a deeper meaning to them that just washes over people? I mean, it happens all the time.
Exactly.
Look at the last like 2 years worth of text with you and your girlfriend or you and your boyfriend or you and your husband, you and your wife. Like there's going to be stuff in there that they didn't get, that you were either trying to be nice or you were frustrated and they weren't picking up on it. Like it happens all the time.
Yeah. In fact, there have been times where, people have gotten upset over the context of a text that maybe I have sent that wasn't there at all, but they just picked up on something different. And it's just like, no, that's not what I meant at all. So there's always going to be different levels of interpretation for this stuff. But certainly video games are not required to do anything like this at all. These are, they're here to be entertaining. And, if there is a social message or if there is something additional to it, great. But that doesn't have to be the forefront of anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Router hit the nail on the head with interpretation, because any art that you make is going to be interpreted differently by everyone.
Absolutely.
Right.
Everybody, you may or may not get the same interpretation.
Exactly.
Because everybody's different. Everybody looks at art differently.
Yep.
Like
and sometimes we just want to headshot people. That's all we want to do.
And I like, and you'll see movie stars and actors and singers do this a lot, where their art will kind of cover everyone and then they personally make statements. You know what I'm saying? And I always enjoy that. Like, kind of make music or make art for the masses but you personally have a stance on something. Because it's hard for, and I know for indie guys, it's easier because it might be 3 guys working on something, but it would be hard for somebody like, Bungie to have a stance as a company, you know what I mean? And reflect 200 people's opinion. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Anyway,
that was
good
great
question.
Good question. Moving on to Twitter, Nathan at Sith Nightmare. Will you be joining the Xbox One Community Game Night on July 31st? Give it a shout. He posted the link on the forum. Did you guys read that yet?
No, I want to though, and I want to be a part of it. Yeah,
let's definitely do that. I think that'd be fun. I need to fire up that Xbox One anyway. I don't know what I'll play, but we'll figure it out. But no, that's awesome. Yeah, let's look into that, and we'll come back to it next week, and we can talk more about it because he posted it on the forum. I didn't get a chance to look at it yet.
Yes, I want to see that.
Joey McPherson at Joe Boston 617. Is there any game that you've seen your friends play that you were disappointed in them for playing? And no, you can't say Minecraft.
That's funny.
No, I'm not disappointed in anybody for playing a game that they want to try out. Go for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, we're not here to judge people's gaming.
Yeah,
we're just here
I don't
to play
think
games.
I've ever judged anybody for playing a game.
Yeah, it's like when I don't like a game, and I see other people playing it. I'm kind of happy for them because I'm like, man, I wish I could have gotten to that.
Yeah. Exactly. No, there's no hate here. No disappointment there.
Not at all.
Jeremy at Jer45. Hey, guys, going to be moving from Idaho to Arizona this week. Wow. Good luck. What are your favorite / worst moving stories?
Is there a favorite movie?
No, there's never a favorite movie story. I hate moving. We had to pack all of our stuff in a truck and let the truck sit for 24 hours because the buyers of our other house had a delay in something.
Oh my
It is just, I hate moving. It is the worst. There's my moving story for you. I hate it. How about that?
Actually, my favorite moving story was moving into this house because we brought over a lot of the small stuff like in our Jeep. And then we hired movers to move the rest of it. And it was $95.
Oh, so great.
I still don't know how it was that cheap, but it was.
That would be a favorite moving story. I like that.
I like that too. Yeah, every moving story I have is bad. You're always excited to be moving, I guess, when you buy your first home or whatever, but I don't wish moving on my worst enemy.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
You realize how much crap you have that you didn't realize you even have.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, why do I still have this?
And now you want to get rid of it because you don't want to pack it in a box and just shift it back over to your new place in an attic somewhere.
That's another thing. I've never moved I've never moved myself from state to state. I've always moved 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
And so I've never had that and we're moving to Montana. I don't even know what that would entail.
It's not much different. It's just a longer drive.
Is that
Pretty
all it
much.
is?
Yeah.
Woof.
There it is. Mike Doherty at Dopalicious. What's one game from last generation you hope they re-release or make compatible on current gen? For me, it's Catherine.
Oh,
That's
I
a
never
good one.
played
I heard Catherine. Yeah, I heard Catherine was good. Man, I don't know. From last gen, anybody?
I think they'll do this maybe when it comes out, but I want them to do I'd go back and replay the Kingdom Hearts games if they brought them to PS4 before playing
you've
the
been
new
saying
Kingdom
that
Hearts.
for a while.
Yeah, that's the one I want them to do.
Yeah, I can't think of one. Paul, can you think of one?
I mean, I did mention that I'd like to see like a game like Enslaved get brought to the PS4.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Why you think?
it didn't. I don't think it did well enough.
Yeah, it's not too much call for it.
Yeah.
What about you, Router?
I don't know. That's a really good question. Maybe something like, maybe something like an LA Noire or like
Oh
That's
yeah,
a really good one.
that was a great game. And that was one of my early games that I first got hooked
that
on.
thing was kind of a sleeper too, wasn't it? Like I know it got
Yeah.
a lot of press because it looks so amazing, but I feel
Yeah.
like people didn't talk that great about it.
Yeah,
It was an
Yeah, I
adventure
mean, it's-
game disguised as a shoot 'em up, I guess.
sort of. Yeah, it's
Or
weird.
not a shoot 'em up, like an open world, like a GTA
Yeah.
style game.
Exactly,
basically.
exactly. No, I think that would be pretty cool.
Mm.
Huh. Yeah, I'll go with that. That
Nice.
works. Moving on, at Arctic Warlocks, too far down on the list of questions, so TR probably won't read this. Ha, I got you. Nice try.
Nice.
But Gatorade versus Powerade, your thoughts on the mirror? Okay, well, sorry, there's two. Gatorade versus Powerade,
Okay.
and your thoughts on the mirror controller.
Oh,
Huh?
What's the mirror controller? Anybody?
I don't know. I'm looking it up
Hey,
right
I don't
now.
have any thoughts on the mirror controller.
Exactly. I
I'm just
don't know
proud.
what that is.
I'm just proud. I'm reading your question, and I would take Gatorade over Powerade.
Well, this is kind of an easy answer because Gatorade is like a drink that, like, while you're working out or something, or playing sports. But Powerade is more like a leisure drink. Like you can feel good about drinking it because it
True.
doesn't have any of that additive stuff that Gatorade does to help you hydrate.
That's very
Oh,
true.
really?
Powerade's basically just a fruit drink.
Really?
I just to me it tastes like chalk.
Which one?
Like the Powerade. I like Gatorade better. I grew up with Gatorade, man. The lemon lime one or the orange one. That was my jam.
for sure. The way it was described to me is Gatorade for like when you're actually sweating, and Powerade.
Yeah,
for
Gatorade when you're actually
not.
working out, and Powerade for casual.
Interesting. I've never done a side by side. I don't know.
Comparison.
We get what do we get on the road? We get Gatorade on the road. Orange Gatorade.
Nice.
So I'm going with
And then at the end
Gatorade.
of the show, do you guys dunk Toby?
Yeah.
You should.
We're like, good show. Psh, good job, coach.
Yeah.
We get them every time.
Good game, good game, good game, good game, good game, good game. All right, let's end it with this one. We'll get back to the mirror controller. Sorry, guys. At Jamie Bissett, in a world that has Fallout 4, Final Fantasy VII, Last Guardian, and Shenmue 3,
Hallelujah.
what is the next big announcement that needs to happen?
Jesus
Last
coming
of
back.
Us. Well, that too. Last of Us 2, Electric Boogaloo for me.
Yeah, I'm so content for the next 5
I know,
years.
dude. You're good.
Yeah.
I was
You
thinking,
are so good
what could
right now.
E3? I was thinking, what could E3 tell me next year that I would be impressed with?
That they
And-
love you.
Yeah, exactly. They already told me that. But
Yep.
I think the biggest thing is a cross multiplayer with Microsoft and Sony.
Cross-platform multiplayer
Yes,
would be pretty freaking amazing.
that would be what I would want.
That's got to happen at some point, right? I mean, it has to.
Well, even
Now
if
they got to
it's,
sit down and make good friends with each other.
even if it's
Mm.
like the EA thing where you can have like ghost racers on both consoles. So like say
Yes.
somebody does a race on PlayStation 4, and then somebody playing Xbox One sees their ghost as they race.
Exactly.
Just stuff like
That's
that.
cool. Dig that.
But like, if I could play Destiny with my Xbox people, oh my gosh,
Oh man,
it'd be so fun.
if I could play Halo, wait.
If I could play The Last of Us with my... Oh, dang it.
Dang it.
Exactly. It doesn't work either.
Man, can you think of a world where Microsoft and Sony are working together? All the fanboy stuff is gone, and we're just gaming. That's
Oh,
pretty.
man.
That's pretty freaking cool. Never happened, but that's pretty freaking cool.
It would be cool. It'd be super cool.
That's a wrap, Jack. Thank you guys for all your
Hall, did you
questions.
say one?
Oh yeah, sorry, Hall.
What that's basically what I'm saying. Like, if they can just progress it past what EA is already doing with the multi-platform multiplayer.
Okay.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
that's-
So you're going with
I
that
mean,
one too.
I can't. I mean, The Last of Us 2 would be great, but it's kind of like we all expected anyway at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think that should be the next big announcement, though, don't you think?
I think XCOM 2 coming to consoles would probably get
There
me
you
pretty
go.
excited.
Yeah, that would.
I watched some gameplay,
But
of it
you know
over the
that's coming to
weekend.
consoles too.
Well, no, we don't know yet.
It will. It
I
has
It
watched
to.
will.
some
It
gameplay
totally
of it
will.
over the weekend, and I was like, I need this game.
Nice, nice.
Like
I love it.
they were doing a match, and I was like, I want to play this right now.
I want
Yeah.
to go to there right now.
I'd like to go to there. That's funny.
Like, I don't
Thank
think
you,
I
everybody.
have ever been this excited about a game.
I have.
No, you have.
Yeah, now I have.
And Brandon Scott's got the bruises to prove it.
I know. Sorry, buddy. Well, thank you guys for all the questions. That was fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Good time, of course. The question of the week for you guys, going back to what I was talking about earlier, who do you talk to about video games? Who do you talk to about video games? A lot of you, some of you get to luck out and be like, oh, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, we love playing video games together. And I'm going to be jealous. But I want to know, who do you talk to about video games? Router, who do you talk to about video games?
I'm talking to you guys.
Hall, who do you talk to about video games?
That's my answer, and sometimes my sister.
Oh, sometimes your sister. That's right. You
Yeah.
guys share.
She just got
you
a
guy share
PS4 the other day, I think.
She got the Batman one.
She got the
didn't
Batman one.
She
Yeah.
was going to, but she got The Last of Us one.
No.
Ooh.
Boo.
Why? That one doesn't look any different.
I know. She
That
wanted The Last
Batman one
of
is
Us.
sexy.
Goodness gracious. I can't. They're having another one. I think they have a Destiny one coming out. That's
Yeah, all
silver and delicious
That's okay.
looking. Anyway, who do you talk to about video games? Hashtag answer MTTG. Obviously, it'll be on the forums, so you guys can do long form there. Thank you guys so much for listening. 147 in the books. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week. I'm Gabe Patillo. That's Timothy Router. No, wait. Gosh. That doesn't
you messed
feel
up
right.
the order, dude.
Yeah, I said Timothy Router. That feels weird.
Yeah,
Timothy
well,
Router
Even
and
though
Tim
that
Hall.
is his name.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be.
Birth name.
That's right.
Oh, that's Tim Router. That's Timothy Hall. Whew. Finally got that right. And we are married to the games, and we are up out this thing. Peace.